Say hello to my little friend. Hi guys, it's me with another video. As promised, we'll talk about how long you can leave your owl home alone. So, I can leave Lucky home alone for about 2 days. I used to have a boyfriend at the seaside, and sometimes I would take Lucky with me and sometimes I wouldn't. So if I would leave Saturday morning, then I could leave Lucky alone until Sunday evening. I didn't script this video, so I'm just thinking. I usually left her alone, yes, until Sunday evening. So I would come back home Sunday evening. Now, why is this? If you leave Saturday morning, for example, then you can give your owl 2 or 3 one-day-old chicks the morning you leave, and your owl won't get hungry until the next day in the evening. If you follow a feeding schedule in which there is one day where your owl doesn't eat anything, then you can even leave your owl alone for 3 days. But I wouldn't recommend this. Why? Feeding wise, there isn't a problem. You can leave, for example, Saturday morning and give it 3 one-day-old chicks, and then it can stay home alone overnight and Sunday, and then you can come back Monday evening, and feeding wise there wouldn't be any problem. But I do not like to leave Lucky alone for more than one night, because sometimes, and this doesn't happen often, but sometimes her jesses, which are these leather straps, get tangled at night. And you know, if I'm not there the next day to free her, she will stay in a very uncomfortable position, and I'm always scared that something might happen to her. So that's why I don't like doing this. But if I don't have another option, I can do this, and I have done this in the past, but I always try to avoid it. If you're wondering how long your owl can stay alone, if you have to go to work, for example, or if you have to go to school, then there's a difference between an owlet and an adult owl. From the moment your owl is adult and it is sleeping, standing up, and it's ready to sit on a perch, from that moment you can leave it home alone for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. It doesn't matter. If your owl is still an owlet, you have to be home like all of the time, because you have to feed it up to 6 times a day. And this gets better as your owl gets older and older, but until it's adult you have to be home a lot. If we're talking about adult owls, then you can leave it home alone for hours and hours. It's not like a dog or a cat. It won't feel lonely. Owls are really lazy. They need their rest. They sleep a lot. So you can leave it home alone for 12 hours if you want, as long as you fly it every day, but that only takes about 15 minutes. And as long as you take it on walks on a regular basis, like a few times a week. If you don't have time to go on walks during the week, then take your owl for walks in the weekend. It's just really important that your owl stays stimulated so that it doesn't get depressed. But you can leave your owl home alone for 8 or 9 hours if you work, for example.